If you want to create smooth, cinematic speed ramps in DaVinci Resolve 20, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use retime controls, add speed points, and shape your speed ramp so your clips feel more dynamic and professional. This is a really useful editing technique for action shots, transitions, music videos, travel edits, and just about any project where you want to add more energy and style. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tips and editing guides. Alright, let's jump right in. First, go to your timeline and select the clip that you want to speed ramp. Once the clip is highlighted, right-click on it and choose Retime Controls or use Ctrl R on your keyboard. This will open the retiming options directly on your clip, making it easy to control speed changes without needing to open any complicated menus. Now that the retime controls are visible, move your playhead to the exact starting point where you want the speed ramp to begin. This part matters because the accuracy of your ramp depends on where you place these points. Once you've positioned the playhead, click the small downward arrow at the bottom of the clip and choose Add Speed Point. This creates the first anchor point for your ramp. Next, scrub forward to where you want the speed change to end. This is the second key part of the ramp. When you reach the end point, repeat the same process and add another speed point. With two speed points in place, you now have a section of the clip that can be independently adjusted for faster or slower motion. To create the ramp itself, grab the top bar of the speed section between those points. If you pull the points closer together, you increase the playback speed and create a faster, more energetic motion effect. If you drag them farther apart, you slow the section down and create a smoother, slow motion look. This is the core idea behind speed ramping, and even small changes can make a big difference in the final feel of your edit. Once you've set the general speed change, it's time to make it look polished. Open the Keyframe Editor by clicking the icon in the top left corner of the interface. If needed, click Expand to get a larger view so you can see the curve more clearly. This makes it much easier to fine-tune the ramp and work with the speed graph. In the bottom panel, make sure the retime speed curve is active. If the graph looks empty, check that the curves icon is turned on in the editor parameters. This is important because without the correct curve view enabled, you won't be able to properly shape the ramp. Once the curve is visible, you're ready to start refining the motion. Draw a selection box over the keyframe points on the graph to highlight them. This lets you select the points together so you can adjust the entire ramp more efficiently. After that, click the Ease In and Out icon in the top right corner of the keyframe panel. This changes the speed change from a sharp linear transition into a smoother, more natural curve. Now you can fine-tune the ramp even more by adjusting the Bezier handles that appear on the points. These handles control how gradually the speed changes happen. If you want a softer and more cinematic transition, pull the handles wider and smoother. If you want a more dramatic change in speed, tighten the curve so the motion hits harder and faster. This is where you can really customize the ramp to match the style of your project. Take a moment to play back the clip and watch how the motion feels. If it's too abrupt, go back and adjust the handles a little more. If the speed change feels too subtle, move the points or curve them more aggressively. The goal is to make the ramp feel intentional and seamless, not distracting. And that's how you do speed ramping in DaVinci Resolve 20. Once you understand how to add speed points, open the Keyframe Editor and shape the retime curve. You can use this technique in all kinds of edits to make your footage feel more exciting and professional. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more DaVinci Resolve tutorials, editing tips, and beginner-friendly workflows. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.